part which you wanted to highlight, that you can just give it. So now you start correcting that, okay, this was the bad chart, incorrect chart, how we can modify the chart to make it more appealing, everything. And then colors also makes a difference, so don't use too much of colors and all that. And then this is also, when you say, anytime when you use any donut chart, make sure that you have only 5 category, right? If you have more than 5 category, then use bar chart and some other chart, but right chart, donut chart is not right fit. And then if you look at here, in the beginning, as I said, I will be describing the other things also as well. Our brain constantly look for pattern, right? So if you look at this data, it has been divided, like you can say first upper chunk and lower chunk, and then it has what you want that to be focused, it has been given here, right, in different colors and all that. So you can, any user who is reading this chart can easily make out that, okay, the presenter wants to say something using these visuals, right? So visuals play a role. So you can see that here we are talking about India. In India, so one different color has been given, and you can easily call out that values. And then furthermore, like 3D chart should be avoided, really avoided, right? 3D chart is always a distorting, and it is not a good idea to use the 3D chart. Although it may be fancy, it may look good and all that, but the information can be misleading. Right? So instead of that, what you can do is you can use a donut chart, everything, and too much lines, too much of these also not a good idea. And then what you need to do it is that what you want to focus, that you can give. This is the best example, right? You have a very less data point, and then what is the difference between 2 fiscal years is being given, and then what is the gap range has been given, and then that differential value has been highlighted, and then you can just, the end of the one, the latest value has been added to it, right? So it is super easy to interpret the data and all that, right? And similarly, like, if you have that negative trends and all that, it also talks about the various other companies example also as well. But idea is that keep it simple, trend line chart, and make it what is the differential you want to convey, make that as the key highlighter, right? So grid lines and all that you can remove, keep the chart plain, simple, and use a very light color, brand center colors, and as per your company palette colors you can use it. Keep it simple, and it will convey the main messages. Let's go back. So I was talking about the psychological aspect, and here in this book it also talks about, so you can see that how to interpret the data, it all is very important, right? So let me pick up the discussion. This is one of the psychological tests actually. So if you have that this much of data, it's overwhelming and too much data points, everything, you will not be able to